come together to break ground for the creation of a deeply meaningful project that will be built here in the place of history, trauma, and grief for hundreds of Indigenous children.
This is the site of a former residential school in Winnipeg where Indigenous children were forced to attend, separated from their communities and families. Now the space is being transformed into a commemorative monument and gathering space to honor the legacy and resiliency of those who came here. The Assiniboia Residential School was one of only a few urban residential schools in Canada and the first residential high school in Manitoba. Between 1958 and 1973, more than 750 students from 83 communities in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and northwestern Ontario attended the residential school. Elder Betty Ross was one of those students.
I graduated from this residential school in 1968. And I was lost after that because I didn't know who I was. They didn't teach me anything at all, just the straps, the abuse, the trauma.
Ross says she is thankful for the groundbreaking ceremony that took place on Thursday, signaling the start of construction on the memorial project that will sit on the property of the former residential school site. Ross hopes the gathering space will draw people together from all walks of life.
What we're experiencing now today is the truth. What really happened to us and those systems, they will always be a part of us. But we all need to heal.
The memorial project was started by the Assiniboia Residential School Legacy Group, which formed in 2016 to share stories about their experiences endured as students attending the school. Tony Kipling with the Assiniboia Residential School Legacy Group board says it's been a long process to get to this point.
This site marks our past, present, and future, in the sense that it helps us to remember and honor those little warriors who survived, some who didn't come home. Our present to acknowledge now we're making these changes, we're going to be listening, we're working together, and for our future, igniting that fire for the seventh fire for us all.
The memorial will feature a circle of metal markers engraved with the Indigenous names of the communities students were from. Paving stones will hold the names of the students themselves who attended the school. There is a space for a sacred fire, along with accessible walkways surrounded by wildflowers and grasses. The site is for all ages and abilities and is expected to cost around $1.3 million to build. Representatives from all three levels of government were present for the groundbreaking ceremony.
The only way we can start to decolonize, but also to promote and do the things that were done to our people, is start to educate and promote our culture, promote our languages, and promote our ceremonies.
The memorial project will also feature panels with photos and graphics to provide additional history about the site, which is expected to be ready for Canada's second National Day for Truth and Reconciliation on September 30th, 2022. In Winnipeg, Mark Neufeld, City News.